Hey fellas, just wanted to share some New Year's motivation with y'all. This time of year can be pretty hard for some people. There's a thing called seasonal depression that a lot of people suffer from. And I used to suffer from it as well. But I believe that you can pull yourself out of seasonal depression. All you have to do is find your purpose, find some kind of passion project that you're willing to do for yourself that makes you happy, but also makes you better, makes you something more. 2024 is going to be the year of improvement. It's going to be your year. Now, I know people throw around that term pretty lightly. Oh, 2012 is going to be my year. No, that is just something people say as an excuse to give them like a little boost of dopamine. But I believe that if you put the work in, 2024 can be your year. You've already made a New Year's resolution. Honestly, most people lose their New Year's resolution within like the first 2 weeks. It's statistically like, I think it's around 80%, but it's never too late to start again. It's never too late to start trying at that New Year's resolution again. I talked about this in my New Year's video. If you fail, you can just start again. You don't have to like beat yourself up and never try again like, oh, I failed once. Do you think anyone got success by just trying once and they failed at it and they never tried again? No. They never did. Every successful person has failed multiple times. I don't know who made that quote, but the quote that's like, if at first you don't succeed, try again. That quote is amazing. And it's something that we should all live by. I believe that if you really want to do something, you just got to keep trying at it. You might fail at first. I have been on the swim team, and I sucked at it at first. Tryouts were horrible. I still made it on the team, though. And if I had just given up because I wasn't very good when I started, I would have never gotten to the point I am. I would have never won that race. Honestly, you're not going to accomplish anything if you just try something, you fail, and you move on to something else. You're never going to get anywhere in life if you're not trying again, if you're not making multiple attempts at something that you really want. If you truly want something, you'll do anything to get there. If you find that passion, something that you're honestly willing to do for free. A passion project is something you're willing to do for free. This channel, I don't get paid for this, but I love doing it so much. I'm so grateful for the viewers that I have right now. I kind of like keeping the audience small. It feels more personal with you. It feels like I can reply to every single comment, because I do. I reply to every single comment that you guys make, and it feels more personal that way. It feels like I'm just good friends with all of you, and that's amazing. And I kind of hope to keep it that way. This year is going to be a great one. If you work on yourself, if you really try at it, if you really make those goals, you really start journaling, you really start working out, you really work to better yourself in every single way, you're going to get somewhere this year. You're going to look back at the beginning of the year and you're going to be like, I used to be like that. I am upgraded in every single way since then. And you're going to love it. You're going to look back and say, I can't believe that I let myself be that way for so long. Because now, I love myself. I'm not self-conscious of every little thing I do. I don't have social anxiety anymore. You're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, I should have done that way sooner. I should have worked on myself years ago. But now that I finally did it, I can finally wake up, look in the mirror, and like what I see. You're going to like yourself so much more after you go through your self-improvement journey. I can affirm you that. But I believe in you. I believe that you can be something more. I believe that through your self-improvement, you can upgrade yourself as a human being. And I love you for that. I love every single one of you. Now, I said this was going to be a shorter episode, and that's true. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to go without the quote in the challenge. You guys know that I love to do that. So, let me share the quote from today. This one is from Alexander the Great. Now, I would be very surprised if any of you don't know who Alexander the Great is. He was amazing. His empire was bigger than the Roman Empire. It may not have lasted super long, but by the time he died, he conquered more than the Romans, which is extremely impressive. The quote today from Alexander the Great is, "There is nothing impossible to they who will try." If Alexander the Great is telling you that, the man who conquered more than an entire empire, more than a legacy of Caesars, he conquered more than the Romans. If he's telling you that, you better believe it. He's not called Alexander the Great for nothing. A little off topic, but do you think that Alexander the Great would run a self-improvement channel now? Do you think he would do that? I think he would. Based on this quote and based on what I know, I think Alexander the Great would be an amazing entrepreneur. Well, I guess he was an amazing politician, but he would be an awesome motivational speaker. And the challenge for this week is to just do a self-checkup. Ask yourself some questions, write it down. Of course, you need to write this down. So that, I wouldn't say that journaling is to look back on, but this is a progress update. This is your base camp. I don't know how long you've been on a self-improvement journey, but this is your current standing, where you are physically, where you are mentally, where you are emotionally, and where you are with your relationships with people. If you're in a relationship, how your relationship with your family is, how your social skills are, just start writing. Ask yourself physical, emotional, mental, and relationships. Ask yourself about those. You can go as in-depth or as surface level as you want to. And by the end of the year, you're going to be so much better. I made a progress update when I really started my self-improvement journey. And I look back on that and I realize, holy cow, I'm not the same at all. I've improved myself emotionally, I've improved myself physically, and I've improved myself mentally, and I've improved my relationships as well. That wasn't super long ago, but I feel like I've improved so much since then. And you will too. You're going to be a lot different in a year. A year is a long time. But if you follow some self-improvement stuff, if you consume some other content as well, I'm not saying you have to stay on my channel. You can consume other channels. You can consume articles and do some research further in depth into the topics that I cover on this channel, or just other topics that I haven't covered. If I don't have a video on it, or even if I do have a video on it, do some more research, go more in depth. Sometimes I'll link some supporting resources, like other channels that have covered similar topics to mine, in the description. Go research those. Go take some notes on those as well. I'm not saying you have to be exclusive to this channel, but if you really focus on yourself, if you really focus on improving everything about yourself, that can be on your journey to be something more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next week.